What's up, MPX addicts, and welcome to your weekly rehab from the withdrawal of MPX Rehab. I am your host, the hashtag certified Mark J. Williams. I'm going to figure out that intro.
I was going to say, you got it yet?
Nah,
you're going to get it?
One day. I am your hashtag certified Mark J. Williams, here with my co-host, as always.
The voice of the MPX addicts, Kyle Smith.
And before we get the show started, I'm just going to get this out of the way. Quick disclaimer. Anything and everything we say on MPX Mainline, on MPX Rehab, and especially on our personal social media pages are our own thoughts and ideas, and do not represent Metroplex Wrestling or its owners or bookers or anything like that. So, yeah, there's that. Just to get that one out of the way.
Just friendly reminder.
Yeah, whether it's actually about someone or not.
You'll get that next. Why did you do a disclaimer? We always do, technically.
I mean, it's like we used to actually have it before every show, but now, we're doing it live, so. But, yeah, this week at MPX is Seeing Red. We've got even further setting of stages over at the Texas Rumble for 2021.
Yep, and we saw Red Chambers.
Yeah, so we did get to see Red. But this night had some matches that I looked at, and not every match was match of the night, despite what some people seem to think I think about MPX Wrestling.
There's that disclaimer again.
Yeah. But the first match certainly was match of the night. It was just damn.
And it's probably going to be match of the year contender towards the end of the year if we actually, remember it and keep thinking about it and rewatching it like everyone should, because the match is, there's so much to take out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, that's one of the reasons I'm starting to keep notes like this so that I can, remember this match, Jackson versus Yuta, or Matt Palmer versus Prince Adam.
Yes.
This match was, how did Dimitri put it? It was a banger.
Yeah, it's what the cool kids are saying now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hashtagged by some of the companies down south, so.
And they're kind of important in their area, and it's, the influence.
And they've actually, they have put on some bangers, so
yeah,
by all rights and purposes, they should use it.
Yeah, and especially the person I saw call that match a banger, he is definitely qualified to identify bangers of matches. Dmitry Alexandrov saying that.
Yep.
But this match was, so good.
Yes. It was amazing, and we said that when we previewed it last week.
One of the few things that the Mark and the voice will actually agree on in character.
Yeah, because both men, Matthew Palmer, obviously a vet of many, many, many years.
Oh yeah,
one of the best, and he's never truly gotten his real shot, I believe, and that's a shame.
It is,
but he's so good, and Prince Adam, still very young in his career, is amazing.
Yeah.
He gets better every time we see him. If you actually think to the first time we saw him, or the first time I remember, which I believe was the very first Lucha Brutal show, and just kind of how different he's grown. He's understanding his character, who he is, and even in ring, he's gotten so better.
Yeah, and the match itself was really great, not just because, it's two incredible talents, but also because they actually had some fun with it.
Yes.
And I actually unintentionally got to be part of the story of the match.
Well, yeah, you told Prince Adam what was in the potion.
Yeah, I said, it's like, he was like, hey, I'm thirsty. I'm like, he's got something to drink over there. And he took my advice and drank it. And I was caught off guard by that, and it was probably one of the best parts of my night.
It was really cool to see how even in a very serious match that this was, as far as ability and in-ring and technical and everything like that, they added comedy to it and made it work to what they were doing. And it proves that comedy can be in wrestling and done right, and also put on one hell of a match, technical wise.
And something about Prince Adam doing a choke slam on somebody is hilarious and wonderful. And then he takes those spills out to the outside that it's like, just reminded me of the one time we saw him at Lucha Brutal, where he took a header to the outside. Yeah. And then a few moments later pops up, I'm alive.
Yeah. Prince Adam is, he may not be immortal, but it seems a lot of people are, and we'll talk about it later on too, a lot of people are trying to take Silver's, just throw your body, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Your body knows how to land, it's all good.
Yeah, it's crazy, some of the bumps. And there was a lot this show where we were just watching, we're like, oh my God. Like, why? But
Do you want to have a long career or what?
Hey, they want to make us, excited, and they did.
Yeah.
They put on one hell of a match, and again, like I said, the comedy bit was great. Again, Prince Adam, so good and young. And then even Palmer, also, this is a new character, and we're seeing it evolve into, at first, we're kind of like, what is this? And now we're like, oh, we get it. He's just crazy, kind of.
Yeah. And it's fun. And it's like the potion bit actually did work with his character, because it's the whole thing.
Exactly.
It's like, if you can believe that, you've got an immortal vampire, a demon from hell, actual, near immortal cannibal killer from hell, from where
Mayberry, Texas.
Thank you. I was like, God, it's on the tip of my tongue. It's like all that stuff. Then it's like, you can believe that there's a guy who hunts these people down and has special potions that help him out.
Yeah, I mean, he got rid of one cannibal already. We haven't seen him since he took a header in the back of a truck. So ignore that the match was after the header in the truck. That was the last thing we saw was the header in the truck.
In a lot of ways, that should have been the ending if that was going to be his last bit. But that's me.
Oh, we still have Rumble, which we'll talk about that. I have surprises. I want people to come in, and we'll talk about that.
Yeah. But Matt Palmer walking away with the win on that one. But it was honestly, it was such a memorable match.
Yep.
It's like, this is one that I will be happily talking about for a while.
And it's now people want to know why I always want to see Prince Adam.
Yeah.
He's amazing. And I think the addicts have kind of been into him. I think this match is where a lot of addicts, you hear him after the match and after the show, are like, man, he's amazing.
It's like, part of me thinks he was supposed to come in as the heel in this match. But it's just like, no, the addicts weren't letting that happen. Us least of all.
And against Palmer's hard to do, because Palmer is one of the most beloved of the addicts. So I thought it was a great showing for Prince Adam, and I hope we see him back more.
And honestly, it's like, we got to see Vert Vixen here as well on Saturday, and it's like, she's been doing great, getting onto a bigger stage and everything like that.
Careful.
But I'm not going to make that mistake again. But honestly, I think Adam would do just as well on there. I think he needs to, it's like somebody needs to get him a shot on Dark or something like that. Because imagine on AEW Dark, Prince Adam versus Fuego del Sol.
Prince Adam versus Phoenix.
Versus Phoenix.
Pac.
Versus Jungle Boy versus, it's like he'd kill it.
Yep. He would. There's a lot of Texas talent. Case in point, there was a huge show on Saturday as well. Unfortunately, it wasn't in our area. New Texas Pro put on one hell of a show. I can't wait to watch it on Thursday.
I wish you would do it on Friday. I would be there.
Fridays or Sunday. But it's going to be on IWTV. It premieres Thursday, and the just Twitter blew up. Not even our own guys, which they'll promote their own stuff. People who were coming out of town with it was Billy Stark's dad, because Billy Stark's had a match there, and he just promoted the shit out of New Texas Pro. It's one of the best shows he's been to. There's so many Texas talents. We need to get them in Indiana. We need to get them here. He called out specifically Brian Keith, who we wanted to see in MPX, that, he pretty much trying to use every connection he can get to get these guys booked. And Brian Keith and Aaron Mercer put on supposedly one of the hardest hitting matches, and I can't wait to see it, because Aaron Mercer's another one.
Yeah, I definitely. It's like, I'm going to have to tune into that one, because holy crap.
He's one of those that he is going to be gone out of the state of Texas sooner rather than later. Yeah. And
as much as we'll miss them, we want that to happen for them, because the more they get booked elsewhere, the bigger chance they have of getting booked on the big shows.
Yep. Because the big shows where they make money, and every one of these talents that we talk about that we praise like this deserve money for the entertainment they give us and for putting their bodies online. Every one of them deserves to make the big bucks.
It's one of the reasons that I begrudgingly respect people who try to start these big shows and everything like that, even though a lot of them seem to not do so great at it. Yeah. But it's like they try to start the WWE of Texas or whatever it is. And it's like, because I would love for all of the Texas talent, all of the guys we love here in Texas, to be able to get the big paydays they deserve. Yeah.
So. And I mean, and then you get crappy shows like SWE who doesn't use Texas talent and just brings in old timers. But anyways, speaking of good promotions, New Texas Pro, just kudos to Kiefer Bartek for what he's done with that promotion in such a little time. And to make New Texas Pro where it is today and the matches he puts on and the talent he gets, it's amazing. For someone who is not really all that old in the business either.
Yeah.
He's taken it and he's run with it, and nothing but respect and love
He
for New
definitely
Texas
understands the business well enough that, he was able to start New Texas Pro after, just successful runs on as a tag team solo, solo wrestler, everything like that. But now he started his own promotion and he is killing it with it too.
Yes.
So we're definitely, like I said, if he would just run it on a Friday or a Sunday, we'd cover it too. We'd love to.
We'll get back to MPX. Just last thing, Thursday night, New Texas show debuts on IWTV. I highly suggest checking it out. If you don't have a subscription, you get a 1 week free thing. Definitely check it out though, because it's going to be amazing.
Oh yeah. So
MPX only from now on.
Yeah, right.
Fuck SWE.
So next match after that, Brixton Shaw versus the Mad Prince, Tommy Prince. And this match,
Mad Prince. No, it's not Tommy anymore.
It's the
even the Titantron or video screen or whatever we're calling it says so.
This match, in my opinion, was a veritable definition of hard hitting because we've talked about it before. There are, it's like this new crop of talent that's coming up has this fearlessness that they're stealing from Silver, which feels like, because they literally throw themselves at the ground and try not to miss.
Let's be honest. The size, the look. Tommy Prince probably idolized Silver a little bit.
I mean, look at the name of their tag team, The Boys.
Yeah,
they made mention of, hey, if we ever feel lost.
I mean, I could definitely see, a young Mad Prince in the crowd watching Silver and seeing him fly off a balcony or something and be like, that looks fun. I'm going to do that.
I'm going to try that.
And just laughing the whole time. That is something I really enjoyed, because the first time we saw him and we made mention of it is he didn't do the laugh thing. And Matlock caught him and then he laughed. And you're like, oh, this is kind of cool. Then we talk about it, and now he's here and he's laughing the entire match, and I love it.
Yes.
I love how and I'm not saying we have something to do with it. Maybe it's just blind luck. But
I'd choose better music than Flyleaf personally, but
shut your whore mouth.
I don't like Flyleaf that much. I'm sorry.
Get the fuck out of my house. Flyleaf is the shit. Love Flyleaf. I literally do want to fight you right now. Flyleaf is amazing. But no, I was sad that their music changed.
I'm wondering if they're going to be like Casey and Noah, in which they have individual
and they'll keep
music
it for the tag.
Yeah.
For most definitely they will, because Bullet for My Valentine's, You Want a War was amazing. And it's one of those that, because it starts out slow and then when it hits, it really gets the crowd. That's why I liked it so much. I was like, oh, that's a great song to come out to. But Mad Prince coming in against Brixton, obviously they know each other.
And so they knew exactly how hard they could go without actually hurting each other. And it seemed like they were still trying to push that.
And I just love, like I said, the whole time he's laughing, Brixton nails him, and you just hear, ha, 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 and you just hear Eden, shut him up, and he hits him again, and he starts laughing. I'm like, and that was the thing I love, and I was proud of Eden for, is catching on things like that, like shut him up, or hey, he's still laughing, or just stuff like that.
Definitely shows that she is just week after week getting better and better at this manager gig, because honestly, especially since, Isaac, we only get to see on videos and with a very rare, occasional appearance for very special occasions.
Every week, huh? Yeah, we get him every week, right?
What?
I hope he's watching. We didn't get Isaac last week.
No, I'm saying it's like we do.
I'm not talking. I wasn't. You actually did nothing wrong. That wasn't for you.
Oh, okay.
That was for Boss Man, who's probably going to yell at me in a second, because remember, I'm like, we want more Isaac. We get him every week. No, we don't.
Yeah, we didn't get it. Yeah, but it's like with Jamie retired, then it's like there's a severe lack of managers at MPX, and Eden coming in and just tearing it up as a manager. And, people are complaining that it's like, oh, she's putting all the attention on herself. It's like, no, she's doing just right. She's putting the attention on Brixton as much as possible.
Right.
It's
her voice.
She's the center of the universe.
Exactly. Like we've said before, like I have nothing but respect for the best manager in Dallas, but it's always all about him. I never know who he's managing.
Yeah.
With Eden, I know exactly who she's managing,
Because
and I know
all she
her.
talks about.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like that is the difference between, it's like somebody who is the center of the universe but a damn good manager and somebody who promotes themselves as the best manager ever.
Right.
And it's the fact that she doesn't promote herself. She promotes him. It's just that because she is so energetic, she is so imposing.
She's a freaking delight.
Yeah. Because of all of that, she's, she's using that and yes, it is drawing the attention to her where it should be in a lot of ways. It's like when it's the match in the ring, all eyes on Brixton. When she's got a mic, all eyes on her.
Right.
That's the way it should be.
And it is. And if you think about it, when you look at her matches or the matches she's involved in, you don't really know she's there, really. I mean, yes, I pick up on it because I love things like that of her saying, shut him up. But when the match is there, it's all about Brixton.
And she's getting better at the subtle attacks. That's really good.
So I think she's doing very well for someone who I don't really think had planned to even do this.
Yeah.
And I may be wrong on that, but she's doing really well. She gets better and better. Even on the mic, like I can't remember anything wrong this time. I might, I'm sure there's a slip here and there, but no. Oh, it's like the fact that she super big mistakes.
Brixton and then paused for a moment,
which I loved because you knew she was calling it back.
Yep.
Oh, it was so beautiful.
It's like that right there.
That's what you do.
Art.
Yeah,
that is really great.
Good. And then on Mainline, we got to hear Brixton, which I want to hear more of.
And apparently, people didn't know he's British. Or some people didn't know.
People don't listen when he's even announced as whatever
from across the pond,
62 stones or whatever the hell the thing is, because that's something I actually do.
It's not a gimmick. He actually is British.
Yeah, unlike that Ross Ward fellow. Or we weren't talking about that, were we?
No, we weren't.
Okay.
So that match was absolutely incredible. And speaking of the comparisons of the Mad Prince to Jason Silver, his match with Dmitry Alexandrov was next. And this is why I started realizing the comparison between the two, because it's like getting to see them one after the other. You get to see like the Mad Prince, his style, the way he works, and the way he just has no fear of death or anything like that, and the way he works. And then Silver comes in, and he's always been the unkillable weed who has no concern for his own safety.
Sky's tried to kill him who knows how many times.
I know, right? And he keeps coming back.
Keeps popping back up.
Immortal. But then also Dmitry, his story is going...
He's lost his mojo.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I think he can get it back, but,
Pretty sure there's a movie. It's in the 70s, I think, is what I learned from that movie, where you lose your mojo, I think. So Dmitry just needs to travel back to the 70s.
Yeah. Just go back to the 70s.
He'll be Bruiser Brody.
Oh, that's not a good ending, though.
No, he comes back before 1984 or whatever.
Yeah, it's like, don't go to Puerto Rico if you go back in time. But, it's like Dmitry is, fighting his hardest, but he is, the loss of the title to Sky just really kind of broke him down because he had finally reached the pinnacle.
When you finally achieve a dream and it's gone in a matter of seconds, that's going to fuck with you.
Yeah.
That's, it's going to mess with you mentally. So
I mean, he came on the main line and he just, he wasn't his usual energetic self.
Yeah, no, I immediately had people message me like, I don't like Sad Dmitry. I was like, yeah, Sad Dmitry's weird.
No, Sad Dmitry, we don't like it. We want the angry or the happy Dmitry. Those are the good Dmitries. High energy Dmitry.
Angry Dmitry's scary too, though.
Yeah.
You haven't seen Angry Dmitry yet, you.
No, I haven't, because I make sure not to call him certain things.
That's okay. You got a chainsaw coming for you.
Yep. I'm a dead man. That's okay.
But no, the match was great. There was a moment when, we were talking about bumps and how Silver took one off the apron. And immediately, I'm pretty sure you heard it because immediately I was like, oh my God, what's wrong with you? And he kind of just smiles. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's right. That's what's wrong with you. And I was, I did talk to him a little bit after the show. I was like, I didn't think you hit any of that. He goes, oh no, I hit him flush. I was like, oh, I thought you smacked the concrete. He goes, nope. All Dmitry. Yep. I was like, oh, well, damn. Poor Dmitry.
Yeah. But Dmitry's also a guy who will put his body on the line for a damn good match, and that's what made this a damn good match.
Yep. I mean, you know, I've seen Dimitri survive Masada barely, so I know Dimitri, will do anything in a match to win. It just didn't work out this time.
The levels of excessive violence these guys take it to, it's almost like they're from the same tribe.
Yeah, you still got to go there, don't you?
Yep.
Okay.
It's either me or you once a show.
And I avoided it for a while. But no, they were great. Great match. And it's just Dimitri almost had it.
And
Silver. It was great. I love the finish too. I thought it was a great finish.
But I'm really looking forward to. It's like this is going to lead to a good payoff. I feel it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's got to. I feel it's going to definitely. I mean, as of right now, and we'll discuss it when the Rumble comes. Dimitri's got to be a favorite, just because. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but also we've seen these redemption stories all throughout wrestling that it is a moment kind of like this.
Yeah.
You can even look.
The boyhood dream has been achieved kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can even look, if you want to look at last Sunday with Edge coming back from, a career-ending retirement to coming back to another almost career-ending injury with an arm where he's out almost an entire year and then wins the Rumble in his first match back and he lasts over an hour.
Goes from 1 to 30 and just dominates.
By the way, this guy said he's always watching.
I know he's always watching.
Oh, that's a clue. I'm supposed to pull the window back. He's right there.
No crap.
He said, no moment, no redemption.
Oh, damn.
But yeah.
Sky is apparently watching and saying that there will be no redemption. There will be no moment.
Yeah. Well,
we'll see.
I guess we'll see.
But
yeah, I definitely do think there's going to be something coming up.
Yeah.
And then Silver too. Silver was on a losing streak too, and this he got out of. So, we'll see. There's just something. Maybe, we don't know exactly what Malin does. Maybe Malin did something to Dimitri, some type of curse or hex or something. I mean, I know that's more Erica's deal, but maybe Sky and Isaac cook something up. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Maybe. We'll see. But speaking of the Rumble. The next match had 3 men who were announced as participants, having gotten their invites. Stephen Kirby, Exodus Prime, and Gabe Wilder, all basically staking their claim that they're going to win and they're going to go on to win the MPX championship and everything like that.
Well, and Kirby's done it.
Yeah, Kirby's done it. He went from 1 to 30.
Yeah,
and so hey,
that was before my time, but that's what we've been told.
Yeah.
And I mean,
of course, it's like we could be wrong on that one because
again,
we've been told misinformation before.
Been for my time, but I believe because I'm pretty sure Kirby himself said it in the video package. So if Kirby says it, it must be true.
Yeah,
just like there's a reason we wear masks. Anyways,
so the 3 of them, win the triple threat match, and I've got to say, this match was so much fun.
It was great. I get we're trying to do something different, but Exodus, don't go back to another color, please.
I don't know if he was going for gray or silver or just trying to be Cisco or something.
He had
like that.
posted something on his Facebook about the gray. It was before because I saw it after MPX, but it was posted before MPX where he had it was some video game thing, achieving final boss something, and I was like, okay, that would have made sense if I saw it before MPX. Then I would have been like, oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah, but of course, he just looked like Old Man Prime.
Yeah, and of course, I've been drinking and everyone's joining in on the Pasture Prime comments. So I'm like, fine, let's do it.
That, yeah.
And it turned out to be fun, especially with Kirby.
Oh, yeah.
Like you said, this is your favorite Kirby. And
this is my favorite Kirby.
You're kind of getting me there. It might become my second favorite Kirby.
Because he comes in and it's just, he's fun and it's entertaining. And he's like, but the thing is, it doesn't take away from how dangerous a guy he can be.
No, but I do love, and there may be other reasons behind it, but I love how it really was because Kirby, let's be honest, sat outside for a long time.
Yeah,
which I love though because we got to see 2 young guys go at it and trying to earn their. I mean, Exodus already kind of has a stake in MPX, and Acclaim, and everyone knows them. This really showed Gabe, like when we first, saw the boys, me, you, and my friend Pat, we're all like, "Oh man, Tommy's amazing. The Mad Prince is great." Blah blah blah. And then Gabe had a match with Silver, and we're like, "All right, that was good. That was good. Really that was a good match." And then this match, with the exchanges with Exodus, and then in there with Kirby, looked amazing. Like Gabe quickly impressed the hell out of me as far as like, oh,
As
you
like-
might be like larger than life, where you're both just equally amazing.
Yeah. Which I'm totally cool with.
Yeah, and
It's like
it's
I'm really
great.
hoping. It's like I hope we get to keep them around for a long while at MPX. But at
Yeah.
the same time, I hope we get to see them go on and do bigger, better things.
Exactly. Because that's what we want for all the talents
Mm-hmm.
we actually like. I said actually like because there are people like Rivera. I don't want him booked
No.
anywhere.
Do you have to mention him?
I do.
Oh,
I have to remind people not to use them
Oh, right.
because everyone watches this.
Yeah, everyone. This is the most watched wrestling podcast in the world.
Yep.
Didn't you know? All 10 people. But this was Kirby coming in with the win at the end,
Mm-hmm.
just worked out really well because, he sat on the outside and just watched them beat the snot out of each other, and he took advantage of it.
That's what vets do. Mm-hmm. It's like Orton in the Rumble.
And it's like with Gabe Wilder in the Rumble, that makes me wonder, are we going to get the Mad Prince in there as well?
Right. Who knows? Maybe. You would assume the boys both got an invitation, or maybe just one of them. Maybe it was first come, first serve, kind of like New Day has done in the past, where it's
Yeah.
like, oh, I'll take it, and then nope, that's it.
Yeah.
It's not all three of them; it's just one. So maybe all we get is Gabe. Maybe the Prince is doing something else, crazy.
Yeah.
Who knows? But the match was great again.
Of course, if both the boys are in there and Ryan and Tommy are in there, get them get a pseudo rematch maybe.
as long as tag titles aren't on the line, they can have a rematch all they want.
Yeah, well, maybe. Yeah.
So
I mean, we haven't seen Larger Than Life in a bit, so
stay tuned.
yep. But
yeah, Kirby and that package pile driver, which it is on the Addicts page, I believe, that he got some height on Gabe.
oh yeah.
And
I was like, and with the way Gabe came down for a moment, I'm just like, oh God, is he okay? And then I realized, no, that's just his hair.
yeah. Yeah.
I understand
was-
having the thick curly hair. I've got that myself. That's why I shellac it.
It was a good package pile driver, and it was
yeah.
beautiful, a beautiful finish. I love that Exodus still has a claim to be like, no, you didn't beat me, so
Yeah.
because we can go somewhere because that's the type of shit Prime would say.
Oh,
so I like how
And
we
get
gave
Prime
him
versus Kirby,
somewhere
which
to
would
go.
be a really great match.
Yep.
Or Gabe versus Kirby one-on-one, as Gabe's like, wait a minute.
If it wasn't for Exodus wearing me down beforehand, I could have had you, old man. Yeah, we
Yeah.
could see that.
That would be really great. And of course, Gabe is also, it's like he's all but laid out a challenge to Brixton Shaw over the fact that the Mad Prince was beaten. So, he's got his own claim on that one.
I don't know why you want to take on Brixton.
I don't know either. He's just going to be another notch on the.
We're gonna count the undefeated streak.
Yep.
We're gonna make our own little Goldberg here.
He's Black Superman, don't he? Oh, he changed gimmicks. That would have been fun to watch. Black Superman versus Black Goku.
Nope. Yeah, we're staying with the
Brixton would have still won it, I'm pretty sure.
No,
but
yeah,
it's
but yeah,
this
no,
would have been
we're-
a fun,
we're staying
little
with
gimmick
the
of Superman
cinephile.
versus Goku.
because the strong cinephile is great.
Yep.
No one watches Dragon Ball Z. Just like no one watches Pokemon.
How?
Or is it play
I don't-
Pokemon? Is Pokemon a show or a game card? Like,
Yes.
what? It's dumb. So
But-
dumb.
After that, we got Vert Vixen versus Larry, Loverboy Larry, and
So great to see. It was so great to see both of them back.
yeah, no, it's
But it
we
was
haven't seen Larry in a
amazing to
bit.
see Larry.
Vert, yeah, amazing to see Larry. It was amazing to see Vert.
Yes, it was. Like I said, it was great to see both of them.
Mm-hmm.
They're both welcome back. I love to see Vert, and it was great to see Larry. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, look, Vert's one of those that I consider like a special treat. She's one of those we're not going to like. Larry's ours. Larry's our guy, and we haven't seen him in a while. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a little more excited to see Larry.
Okay. It's kind of like getting Zero back after a bit,
Exactly.
But yeah,
Just
it's
wait
like,
till we get Richter.
and it was a classic Larry versus a woman type match. He was a complete and total scuzzball, and it worked. And Vert was not having any of it, and she beat the snot out of him. Although I do have to wonder which one was creepier, Larry or Abaddon.
Probably Abaddon. You know, Larry's a better wrestler though.
We've seen
You
before.
didn't want to talk about that either.
Just like we've seen before that some people are really great characters and they just really, really wonderful, creepy type things, and their in-ring work just leaves something to be desired.
Yep.
They go on the strength of their character.
Yep.
And sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yep.
And it's obviously working for Abaddon, so
Yes.
yeah.
Loved Vert Vixen's music.
Yes,
Definitely.
Guile's theme by Power Glove.
She had
There's a reason it's on the playlist now.
Yep. She has gotten better from the last time we saw her.
Oh God, so much.
And it's obviously it's got to be from going down the Dynamite and Dark and stuff like that, and just learning from the talent they have there. But she looked really good. I was kind of worried how Larry would come in because we haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah.
And we've seen cases, and we've talked about it before, and it's no disrespect to them, but Schaefer and Larry both, when they want it, no one can touch them. They're some of the best.
And obviously Schaefer wants it because recently he has just been killing it.
Yep. And when they kind of lose it or don't believe in themselves, it shows.
If their head's not in it, it shows.
And it looks like Larry looked good.
Yeah,
I thought
he did. It was actually really great to see it.
Thought he looked good. His character work's always been there. In-ring work was good. I hope he comes back. I hope we get him more and more. He's one of those where it's just hard to me, and it's same with Zero. Like I've said before, I find it hard to find, even if it's just kind of a throwaway match or a vignette or something. How can we not have them?
I would love to see something with Larry. I mean, it's like with last year and the dissolution of Menage a Trois 1.0 and everything like that. It's kind of fallen by the wayside that of the three of them, Larry was the MPX champion. Mm-hmm. Larry was the guy who made it to the top of the three of them. And, neither of the others, they both won championships. They've been tag champs and everything like that. But neither of the other two ever have made it that far yet. Yeah. I would love to see something with Larry where he basically comes in and reminds the MPX addicts that, yes, he was a champion. Yeah. We may not have liked it. I loved it. It was fantastic. It was probably one of the greatest. But he still, he had a reign, and it was significant because it was the cementing of the face turn of the Impact players. Yep. And then, that led to the reuniting of the full family again, and which led to one of the greatest rivalries ever. But
then so led to Emo Dave, and then led to Hill's Take. Just Larry. Pretty much what you're saying is Larry's kicked off everything for where we are now at MPX.
Yes, I am. I am 100% behind that idea, and we need something to remind us of that fact. We need Larry to be, to come back and remind the addicts of who he really is.
And I would love how, if he does come back, one, it's a great long showing in the Rumble, or two, it's a match against another female, just because it's going to go to what I'm saying is where
his character, if nothing
else.
Else.
One, it's part of his character, but I also want him to do his character. And then something happens where he keeps doing it in the ring, and then he gets slapped, and like a flip switches, and it can prove that hey, look, I can be fun, ha ha ha, but look, I am one of the best talents here.
I remember when he did that with Lizzie.
Yes,
when she was early on in her career, it's like she slapped him, and he's just like, really. Freaking really? And he just started it's like, that was one point where I'm just like, I'm a little uncomfortable here.
Because then that can go to your whole point of, look, I'm a former champion. People need to remember that. And I think that would be great. Because
put some fucking respect on my name.
Because it's kind of like Tatum. Tatum comes out and he does his funny bits, but then he gets serious.
Yeah.
I would like to see Larry do that. And like I said, either he has a great showing in the Rumble, and that's kind of how we were like, oh yeah, he's a former champion, he's good. Or we get us one-on-one with, I don't know, some female. I don't know if we have any at the moment. Maybe even a rematch against Vert, who knows?
Yeah.
And just have him do his bit, something happens, kick, slap, and then he just goes off and kind of dominates quick. Not necessarily a quick squash, but immediately she gets no more offense in 1, 2, 3, and then he just goes up and he goes, "Y'all need to remember who I am," and walks out.
Yeah, because it's like Larry Canis is a hell of a wrestler. It's just he needs to remind others, and others, he needs to be reminded.
I was going to say, and he might need to remind himself, but I mean, it's
So if you happen to be watching Larry, we remember.
Yes, because like we just broke it down here. You're the reason for where we are now in MPX history. you kicked off what was apparently great storytelling.
Oh yeah, it was one of the greatest long form stories in a long time.
Yeah.
But speaking of long form story and everything like that, this one's really kind of interesting me. The Prospect Championship match Joe Angelo Garcia making his first defense against Red Chambers, the trainer. And Eden Grace is not happy.
And she has every right not to be
She
happy.
absolutely
If
does.
fans were actually paying attention, they shouldn't be happy either. Because I think I even told you, I was like, why is Red getting a title shot?
Yeah.
Like, it's immediately, and this is
It's like,
technically his second one.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's his second. And I wouldn't be surprised if at some point he and, I don't know, maybe Noah, like last time, go up against Larger Than Life.
Right. Or, fuck it, just go ahead and have him Sky versus Red. Like, might as well.
Okay, that's when we end the story.
I was going to say, just go ahead.
Because Red ain't coming back from that.
Just give him every title shot and have him lose, and that way Eden has more reason to actually bitch about it.
As long as he gets it before he, 20 years later, eventually he'll be better than, a predecessor of his.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's like, if you look at it, he's got a 50-50 win-loss rate, roughly.
Yeah. Which, it's pretty sure I saw that post earlier. 50-50 booking does no good.
No.
So,
but it's like but he's still getting title shots, whereas the undefeated Brixton Shaw is not.
You're trying to prove my point, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually,
I really thought you were trying to argue for no, it's great that they're 50-50 booking him and he deserves title shots and blah, blah, blah.
No. Actually, it's like I'm pointing out what's great about it is the storytelling we're getting from this, because like I said, Brixton is keeping Red's name out of his mind and everything like that. Red's not even on his radar.
No.
But Eden, on the other hand, Eden being the one who's like, my client.
Because the disrespect MPX management has given Brixton Shaw. Like, it's great.
And it's like the fact that it's like, and that's why I'm more than happy to have them on Mainline to come and, have her basically be like, what the hell?
Eden Grace drives him crazy, apparently, with all her demands. That's what MPX management just said.
Well, then maybe you should, compromise a little, give a title shot. I mean, Joe's got 3 more defenses.
To quote, I ain't giving him a title shot. So he's got to earn it in the Texas Rumble.
Well, Eden, if you happen to be watching, that's quoted from MPX management. I assume we'll hear from you Saturday night. Hope to see you there. I will have it ready for you to just go.
Yeah, you go away.
I know. I'm the one who goes away on that one.
Show gets really delightful when she's there and you're not.
But I have to say, in this match, talking about the match itself, Red is getting a whole lot better. I mean, Joey is top talent to begin with. Yes. Red is getting better.
Yeah. This was something where I was wondering when it was going to happen, and it finally happened here. Joe was too fast. Like, you saw Joe kind of have to slow down.
Yeah.
Which is nothing against Red, because that's obvious. You're
Red's
brand new.
Match, sixth match, something like that.
But I thought Joe did very well at slowing down and still making himself look fast.
Yeah.
And still carrying the match to what was a good match. Joe is one of those talents that I've liked forever. I've thought he's always he's always had kind of bad luck. He's had, a knee injury here, a knee injury there. He's gone through some personal things in life. And then this Joe we see is one of the best Joes that's motivated. It's determined. And I think he's finally kind of been given the opportunity, and he's going to run with it. And we kind of saw it here, Saturday.
I'm just like, it's really making me hope that, it's like, I don't know what they're going to do with it. I don't know if he's going to hold on to it for a while or what, but I do kind of want to see Joe go all the way with this.
Yeah, I could easily see him winning all 4, or even doing what Dave does, and the fact that he wins 3, loses it, gets it back, loses it, gets it back, kind of plays hot potato with it or something. If Joe does, it all depends really what we're doing with the MPX title. Yeah. Because right now, Joe versus Sky, while it may be a good match, isn't very appealing.
Yeah. It's heel versus heel for one.
Right.
It's honestly,
let's be honest, it's Sky's been built too much as a monster.
Yeah. It's like, unless he had Larger Than Life, which would turn Sky into a face, which I don't necessarily want.
No.
But Larger Than Life would have to interfere for Joe to win that match.
And it's, to me, your top title contenders right now are Dimitri, Tatum, technically Casey because of the storyline with Tatum. Brixton because he's undefeated, but he ain't getting a title shot.
I know.
And then if for some reason he decides to pop back around, Wes, you know, these are your top title contenders, I think. And I guess while we're talking about popping around, Dave.
Yeah, if Dave decides to come back, he's instantly a title contender.
I mean, he's the longest reigning MPX champion, so
in the new building anyway.
So you know, it depends what we would do with our MPX title and where that story's going first. But yeah, I have no problem if Joe was to carry all four, and then I mean, even if it's a cash in and lose, it could still okay. People are going to say losing berries, and it doesn't. You can lose and still be made.
That's a mindset that I blame WWE for that one.
Yeah,
but that is a mindset amongst them fans that I just can't get my mind around. It's like, how does losing instantly bury someone?
Right.
Now, if it's like Bray Wyatt, you know, he wins and wins and wins, and he looks really strong, but when it really matters, when the completion of the storyline comes through, it's not just that he loses; it's that he loses unceremoniously.
Right.
It's like it's a super clean win on the part of the face. It's a instant ending of whatever momentum was there for it. It's like that is how losing can bury you.
Right,
That's
and there are times to where it can.
Yeah.
But there are matches. I'm trying to think. We had one recently with Tatum.
Yeah.
Where Tatum lost, but he was still the shining star out of it.
Tatum versus Sky.
Yeah, and he didn't lose any momentum and nothing, nothing wrong. And it's the same with, I think, if Joe was to put on a good match against whoever the MPX champion was, he could still be propelled. It depends what you kind of do after it, because Dimitri's lost a little steam, and I get the story, at least I think the story that we're going with, so I get it. But in a way, in fans' eyes,
he is starting to lose a little bit of steam, and it is starting to affect how the fans see him.
Right. So that can kind of stop momentum. But again, if we're doing what I think we're doing, that momentum's going to skyrocket tenfold.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just got to wait for storylines to actually go and develop to see what we're going to do with it, and if it truly buried him or not.
Once again, the beauty of MPX being a weekly show and having long form stories like they do just makes it so much better, to where, wins and losses actually matter to a degree. I mean, maybe not have a win-loss ratio constantly plastered on the screen and everything like that, but
Well, you don't want to be reminded that the next week come back, Brixton's 25-0. 30-0,
still no
100-0, 200-0, 300-0,
and still no title.
It's only been 5 days. How's he 300-0? Yeah, no one really caught that when you were a kid, did you?
I'll be honest, I was never really a huge Goldberg fan. I mean, I was like, I don't hate him or anything, but
it wasn't that I didn't. Yeah, I wasn't a fan. I enjoyed the spear and jackhammer because I thought they were cool.
Yeah.
But other than that, I didn't really care for Goldberg. Like when he won the time, I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah. NWO's kind of done anyways. Let's see where we go with it.
And then
he just kept going on and on. And then when it was, I remember the one where I finally flipped. I was like, all right, I'm tired of Goldberg. Was Halloween Havoc DDP. DDP should have won that title with the momentum and the way he was pushed. He should have had
Kitty
that.
Attack.
And he didn't. So yeah.
Yeah. No, it's just
he says. Boss Man says he calls bullshit. You were a total mark for Goldberg.
I was not.
He says he will not believe
I was a Hogan mark. I was totally a Hogan mark. I will not lie about that one. And it's like when it comes to the 80s and 90s Hogan, I'm still a total mark. But Hogan today, not so much. But no, I really wasn't that much of a Goldberg fan.
Biggest heel there ever was
in
the business.
I don't hate him. He's fine. He was a good looking powerhouse and everything, and that worked out. But just not my thing.
Take that a lot of people hate. I didn't like Sting. Crow Sting, I loved.
Oh, you
Surfer
didn't like
Sting?
Yeah, it's like
didn't really
care when he was the Ultimate Warrior type thing.
Right, but going back and watching, that Sting's way better. But just
I hate to say it,
but just growing up, I hated Surfer Sting. Never liked him
because he looked like he just looked like an Ultimate Warrior knockoff.
But I love the Ultimate Warrior as a kid.
Yeah,
I mean, now I watch his stuff and I cringe. But
yeah. It's really sad to go back and watch some of the stuff you loved as a kid, and you go, "Oh, this is not good." And I'm not even talking like indie. God, what does he say this time?
60% odds you had a WWC magazine poster of Goldberg hanging in your room.
I did not.
As
a matter of fact, during that time frame, I was specifically WWF
He
for
also
a
says
long,
your
long time.
favorite your favorite sting is the TNA Joker sting.
I didn't watch TNA at that point for a reason.
I actually didn't mind the Joker's thing because I got what he's trying to do. It was just many years way too late.
I agree. And it was just the whole thing of it's like, is he just gonna, knock off whatever makeup movie happens next?
Well, and that's what I mean. I was like, it was way too late for him to pull a Joker sting, but all right, I get what he's trying to do. And then it was also, let's be honest, I think it was Sting trying to be a dick, like, hey, look what TNA's making me do. I'm just going to be as stupid as I can with it because I'm tired of this company. Because it was shortly after that he left.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was him just being like, you know what, fuck TNA. Let's go out like this.
Yeah. But, wow, it was like we're like way off topic here, but it was fun.
Were you scared that Dungeon of Doom was going to end Hulkamania?
At the age of like 9, yes.
God, Kevin Sullivan was the devil, and you cannot tell me anything different to this day. And I've shaken the devil's hand. He's the devil. Kevin Sullivan, man, he was. Him and the Undertaker. The Undertaker scared me. I never liked the Undertaker. Terrified me until he was American Badass. Go, oh, I love you. You're me. That's why Biker Taker's my favorite Taker, probably.
I liked the Biker Taker a lot. More than a lot of other people did at the time. But it's like I was glad for him to get back to the dead.
I'll
man.
argue with my friends all the time because like Pat, he loved Taker, and I'm
It's
like Biker Taker was the best. And he goes, oh, that was the worst.
I like
Taker,
the
blah,
gimmick.
blah, blah.
I like the gimmick as a whole, and it's like when Chuck Palumbo started to kind of mimic it.
Yeah,
I was like, at first I was like, oh, cool, somebody else is doing it, and then he does it, and I'm just like, oh god, he's doing it badly.
Yes.
Why? Yeah. So yeah, Joe Angelo Garcia coming away with the win, making his first defense.
Sorry, I can't.
That's going to be an after the show thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, that broke me. Thank you.
But let's go ahead and go on to the main event, which wasn't the match of the night, but I got to say it was probably the most effective storytelling.
And like I said last week, I wanted it to be the main event because I thought it would showcase what the MPX Training Center can do, and it did that.
It did. It was
amazing.
absolutely fantastic. And like I said, the storytelling of that and everything else that was going on through the whole night between both teams, it's really kind of making the story become a little more clear. And actually, I think who lost and how they lost this match was going to tell more than who won, because you had the whole thing of Casey almost gaslighting Noah. It looked like,
yeah, a little bit.
It's like
he was just reminding him who his best friend is, who's been his friend since they were 3 years old or whatever,
and
3rd grade, whatever it is.
I was just like, I'm looking at that going, wow. I didn't know Casey could do that.
Yeah.
And I was seriously impressed.
That was really good.
I was just like, holy crap. And the fact that Noah comes in and he is 100% in line with that. It worked so well. And then you have Tatum and Legs, and Legs is Legs.
Yep.
Legs, he's not, people might think he's one note, but honestly, it's just, he's a fucking cartoon superhero. And if people can't get behind that, which obviously they have.
Yeah.
But if you can't get behind that, just stop coming.
I mean, case in point, Randy cheats.
Hey, he came onto Mainline and told you that Randy does not cheat.
Yeah, I know. But let's be honest here. How else did he win that poker hand? That was Randy. There was an ace Randy held an ace under his leg. I'm telling you. No, I love everything about this. I love the vignette with Casey and Noah, the video package where Casey pretty much got Noah on his side and reminded him. He just reminded him.
Yeah.
And that was what I liked about the most. It wasn't even about, look, I know for a fact him. It was like, no, hey, I'm your buddy. I'm your friend. Remember?
Yeah. Remember? Frankie said he knows who it was.
Exactly. And that's the other video I loved. I loved Frankie's. you know, that message.
Yes.
Because that's exactly what it was. It was a message.
Yeah.
Because I loved where he's sitting there and goes, yeah, well, y'all love when I do the, oh, wait, no, that's Tatum. Oh, but you love when I do, well, no, that's Tatum.
I'm the guy who comes in and plays with the
Exactly.
thermostat and then gets people with an, no, that's Tatum as well.
Exactly.
And it's
Like, it was like, yeah, the addicts kind of have forgotten everything.
Yeah.
So I loved it. I
And it's
thought
like
it was great.
the wrestling fans have like the shortest memories, which is why people are like, wait, what? When I start talking about things that happened years ago, it's like, why this story
Well, I
here
was gonna
makes
say,
sense.
I guess let's kind of tweak that a little. Yeah, I guess average wrestling fan, because some like me and you, we have fucking minds like elephants where we
it's like
remember everything.
We're archives of.
But yeah, there are some that immediately will be like, "Oh, this is brand new." Or they did this 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Like you forget
We've
that
seen
already. And then there are some things that are just very forgettable. But
And-
no, I love this whole thing of Frankie being like, "No, y'all forgot me. It's all about him now." So I guess I'm just going to have to remind y'all who the fuck I am. It's great.
And that's gonna lead to a hell of a match at the Rumble.
Which I
can't wait
still
for
think is, because I think it was you who are like, oh, they never said it was no DQ or unsanctioned. I go, do you hear the way they're talking? It's going to be
Ask
like
management.
it's going to be a no holds barred or unsanctioned
it's
or
gonna
no
be
DQ or
it's
something.
gonna be a deadly match between the
It's-
two of them. They're gonna.
It's not
going to
be your, oh, this is basic one-on-one, with all the rules. No, there's going to be no rules probably.
Yeah, but it's like the match itself was really good because
Mm-hmm.
you had Kate. Like I said, Noah was completely in line with what Casey wanted to do,
Yep.
and they were savage. They were constantly just. It's like their own friend, a guy they love, Mr. Legs, is trying to guys, we need let's just be sportsmanlike. Let's be
Yeah.
and everything like that, and they beat the shit out of him
Mm-hmm.
for it.
No, I really did like.
And Tatum's doing his best to try and help, but it's like he's also he's laser focused on Casey.
And I thought that was another thing going back to Tatum and Legs is how, it was great when Tatum, immediately going back to his old days with CJ, was getting the crowd on Lakeside. And it wasn't even like you heard it started a little for We Want Tatum, and then you immediately hear Tatum go, Legs, Lake. And then the puppets danced. And forever then, it was always, it was great. And then it was always about Legs. Whenever Legs on the ring and Tatum was outside, it was all about Legs. And I thought that was brilliant of Tatum to
honestly,
do that.
he just reminded people that it's like there once upon a time were two huge stars at MPX, once upon a time last year. And that was
There's
Tatum
that,
and
your
Legs.
short-term memory.
Yeah.
And Casey and Noah, I thought it was great. And I felt a little bad for Noah, but the "We Want Casey" chants, just because they wanted Tatum versus Casey,
yeah.
but because
It's like
immediately I think it was my friend Lee Delray goes, "Do they really not like Noah?" I was like, "No, they just want to see Tatum versus Casey. They actually do like Noah more than Casey."
Yeah. It's like right now, Casey is the devil.
Yeah.
Casey is the worst heel at MPX. Everybody hates Casey because they fully believe that Casey is framing Tatum.
Yep.
And-
I really hope it's not Tatum. I hope it's not Frankie. I hope it's not Casey. I hope it's something completely out of left field.
It
It was Loverboy Larry.
Fuck you, Frankie. Nope. It was Kirby. He's bringing back the greatest human being alive
There we
gimmick.
go.
Because
Last time he retired and he put him in a casket. But that was, again, the tag match was great. I loved how, like I said, Tatum got everyone to remember who Legs is. And then when he tagged, they worked better than I thought they would. And I knew they would because I was like, oh, they train together and they know each other like the back of their hands. But the match was laid out beautifully.
Yes,
it was well done.
And with Casey and Noah getting the win over Legs and everything like that after it was Casey that attacked Tatum on the outside, right?
Yeah.
Casey attacking Tatum on the outside, then they do the double team move, which it's Casey who comes off the top rope. When Noah comes, is the one who hits the mat move. But after that, of course they're celebrating their winning, their win. They go to the back, and it was Tatum's graciousness in the loss. It's like obviously Lex was despondent. It's like, I let you down, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And Tatum's like, no, man, no. They got me on the outside. You were gotten here. There was nothing we could have done at that point.
Yeah.
It's okay. We're still bros.
Yeah.
And that right there, that has locked how this story is going in my mind, and I love it.
Yeah, it's locked in that Tatum's really has changed.
Yeah.
Or he's just putting on a show. Like you can
Oh God!
you can go either way
if
with
it
it.
turns around and Tatum's the actual attacker, I'm going to be so mad.
I think it would be kind of cool because then it's everything he's done. He's played perfectly. But it was great. And then we finally, because I've always said on here, the MPX title is your be all. It should always be featured on a show somewhere. And we saw our MPX champion, so I was happy.
Yeah,
he came out.
And then it's like at the end, Sky comes out, knocks out Noah, and grabs Casey, drags him to the back.
You know how that feels.
Jeez.
Speaking of Sky,
Oh God.
he said they went to the back, no problem.
See,
I didn't say no problem. I said they celebrated and we're going to the back.
That's just one other ounce of flesh he's gonna have to peel off of you.
He's going to kill me anyway, especially after that comment I made about next week's match.
Yeah. So, no. See, I got you, Sky. I remembered. No, they had problems. Noah got laid out.
Noah got laid out.
Casey got dragged to his death.
He survived it. They showed video.
Yeah, somehow he survived.
Yeah. And he survived to be able to say, hey, got the W. To which I said, it's like, oh, you survived. It's like, for now, like you. I'm like, oh, shit. Okay, I'm disappearing then.
Exactly.
And then I stick my neck out again, and now it's going to get cut off.
Well, yeah, because you think Jackson was going to save you.
I didn't say Jackson's going to save me. I just said, I was making a joke to, rile you up.
Oh, it was a joke now.
Yeah. It was to rile you up, but, I misfired. And now I'm going to die.
Yeah. Father Isaac has taught me how to not release my anger.
But that MPX was Blockbuster next week. We only really have one match announced, and it's the big one of
it's your death warrant. Jay's death certificate on a pole match.
I'm going to need like extra security next week, I think.
No, he's still off.
Oh shit. But it's going to be Jackson versus Sky for the MPX championship. Yes, I made the joke of, hey, we're going to get that Casey versus Jackson one-on-one match at the Rumble.
Oh, are
we?
It
was a joke. It was a joke. Do I think Jackson could win it? Yes.
Of course. It's Jackson Stone.
Yeah.
Of course he can.
This is Jackson Stone, everybody. He's the star of the show. His music says it best. I am the greatest. It's like...
I'm on another level. Mm-hmm. Motherfuckers get no love. Oh wait, that's not the version you hear at MPX.
No,
never mind.
But it's like it's entirely possible Jackson could walk away with the win. I said possible, Sky, possible.
There's technically
you have
if you don't want
every possibility of winning yourself, and I will not be too upset if that happens. Please don't kill me.
Yeah, you're not.
You're
not going to be at ringside for that match, are you?
No,
you're going to be sitting right by the door as soon as the bell rings. Let's get the car. Go, 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 go.
Yep. MPX Mainline will not be happening live tomorrow. It'll be happening a couple days later.
Just leave me the equipment. I'll take care of it. Me and Eden will run the show.
Yeah.
It'll be an hour about Brixton. It'll be wonderful. And how apparently MPX management ain't giving him a title shot.
So I'm wondering though, with it being called Blockbuster, we're gonna get a '90s theme.
Why? Blockbuster was made in the '80s, sir.
Yeah, but it was big in the '90s.
No, I hope not.
Yeah,
I'm not big on themes unless it's like Halloween or something.
I think it'd be fun, but that's me. But
I'm sorry, I don't want to dress up like the '90s or '80s. I know.
See, this is why he was no fun at Time Warp. As much as he loves Time Warp, he's no fun during.
Oh, Time Warp's wonderful, but yeah, I'm not dressing up for it.
Yeah,
unless I'm getting paid to, and guess what? No one's paying me, so.
I mean, it's like you could see him being a Gorilla Monsoon type. Come on.
I know I'm no fun. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
hey, I dressed up for the award show.
Yes,
I put on a tie.
I appreciate that. And maybe with this year's award show, you'll do the same, or maybe better, or who knows?
No, we dress down. We don't dress up.
But we're also going to be seeing Jason
Entree
Silver.
Give me some pointers, I guess.
Yeah, we're also going to be seeing Jason Silver, Tatum Manning, Casey, and Noah, of course. Dexter's going to be back, so maybe we'll see.
We need answers.
Yeah, it's like maybe we'll see something because we didn't see it this week about Matt Locke and Tim Storms. So maybe we'll get some answers on that one. For once.
Yeah, who knows? Because Dexter wants answers, and Matt, poor Dexter. Matt's not even answering him on Facebook.
Yeah,
he constantly says, "Hey, why
responding when Dexter's driving by his house every 5 minutes."
Well, we're not sure it's Dexter. Just because you see a suspicious car doesn't mean it's Dexter. Dexter's not the creepiest person in the world. He's not fucking Ramirez or something. Jeez.
Yeah. But, Larger Than Life will be there. Kirby will be there. Exodus Prime. Maybe we'll get that Kirby versus Exodus match that
That'd
we
be
were
cool.
talking about. Red Chambers will be there.
Of course, he's going to be everywhere now.
Dimitri. Make fun of my handwriting.
Really? You read all that, but you got down to the one that's the very bottom line.
Yeah.
Yes, I know my eyes look like Z. Shut up. Everyone says that.
My handwriting's horrible too, but it's like you make fun of my handwriting. It's hard to read yours. Fuck off.
Yeah. Well.
Kiefer Bartek, Dmitry Alexandrov, they'll both be there. And of course, we're just happy to have Kiefer back.
Yes. I love the Sheriff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sad he's not in the Rumble.
I don't know.
Legs had to steal his invite. That damn Randy.
We've heard that there have only been 2 waves of invitations. Maybe not all 30 yet. Maybe he'll get another invitation.
What I want to know are the people who turned down the invitation. That's the real question.
Who
doesn't want an invitation to the Rumble?
Honestly, that would be a bigger question if it weren't for one small fact, and that's the pandemic. We're still not out of it.
Oh, so Hornswoggle's I can't travel. Sorry, I have to decline. Something like that.
Oh, he'll travel. I'm just talking to other people. There are certain other people who probably won't be there because they're trying to be safe, like Byron, James.
True.
It's unfortunately they may not be there for the Rumble as much as we'd like to see them.
That's true. But I don't know. I still want to know those people because those are names you need to remember. Those are the names as MPX management need to go, oh, you turned down an invitation for an opportunity? Yeah. Okay, yeah. We'll remember that.
A chance to become, a number one contender for the MPX
Well, and then you've got people like Tatum who gave his up just so he can have a match with Frankie.
Uh-huh.
So
hey, Tatum gave his up. Maybe Kiefer can get it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't go to Lenny.
As funny as that would be, it's probably a bit much. Instead of the 3 faces of Foley, it's the 2 legs of legs.
My 3 faces of Sagan. I'm still holding on hope for that.
Ah, yes.
Which, I guess since Sagan is brought up in 3 faces, that's one of the people I really want to be in the room. My idea for surprises, our disclaimer, on MPX management, we don't know. My other big one is Wesley Crane. I want Wes to... it's wrestling. No one ever really retires.
This is what we've been told before.
On
camera.
And Wes had, Wes was finishing some bookings in Oklahoma. I saw a clip, and I want him back.
Yep. It's still Wes. We like Wes. We want Wes there.
Remedy is someone who keeps saying soon. I want that at the Rumble.
If Remedy happens to be in the Rumble, then that just really kind of we've already got Brixton. We've already got Angel. We've already got Schaefer and Dimitri.
Kirby.
It's we've
got a lot of big boys.
We've got these big guys. If Remedy's in the match as well, that's really going to be the smaller guys are really going to have to, learn their survival skills.
I would love, because it's already been announced, Zero will not be in the Rumble. I would really love him to find a way to get into the Rumble.
Please?
Maybe...
Again, Tatum gave up his spot.
I was going to say Tatum gave up a spot, and maybe he gave it to Zero. Work something like that. I think would be great. Or even Legs is it's really unfair for me to have 2. I want to do something nice and give it to Zero or something. Because that's something Legs would totally do.
It is. It's absolutely within Legs' character.
Randy would not do that, but Legs would.
I'm sorry, Legs.
Just saying, one day when Randy betrays Mr. Legs, everyone will see I was right.
You completely have my permission to come back on Mainline and walk it off.
Everyone has permission to come on Mainline. We've said that I don't know how many times.
Yeah, that is true. Workers and managers and refs, the people who actually run the show. Yeah, management. Yes, they have permission.
Management had to come on
Please,
one time
random
and
fans,
yell at you.
Do not come and bug us.
Management had to yell at you not to storm the MPX events.
I know. It was actually, he came up and said to you, or said to the camera.
So, but it's going to be. I mean, there's a lot of other obvious Texas talent we could say we want to see. I mean, Aaron Mercer and Brian Keith. I both said them earlier. I would love to see them there.
Yes. Mysterious Q.
Prince Adam.
Hey, JJ's supposed to be back. So,
JJ Blake.
That's JJ Blake. Yes.
Well, sometimes we say JJ and James Johnson, and people
No,
get
you
confused.
say JJ is James Johnson and keep getting groused at about it. So that's why I say JJ and mean JJ Blake.
But yeah, and then, there's, obviously, what if Baby D made a one-offer? Like, I know he said he's done, but Brent, this could be his goodbye to MPX, because, we didn't get a goodbye. I want a goodbye, damn it.
No, we want a real goodbye, Brent. Please?
Yeah, not a, here's my last T-shirt, thanks for the love. No, which is great. I want your T-shirt.
I'll probably be getting it soon.
I support you, but give a proper goodbye to us by, getting thrown out in the Rumble. Or, maybe tossing someone out and then get thrown. Oh, god damn.
Yeah. Hey, maybe we'll get Big Fitz back too.
Big Fitz, Great Scott, someone else from down south I would love to see up here.
Prince Adam again.
I said,
fun.
I said Prince Adam.
You did? I must have missed it. Sorry.
You did, because you were trying to yell at me for something else.
Oh, yeah.
But again, there's a lot of talents. Even Kari Wright would be kind of cool to see. We haven't seen him in a while, which we get why.
Get a couple of moments of him and Exodus together. See what we get there.
I would love to see them do some of their tag team shit, and then Exodus throw Kari out, and him just go, "This is my area now.
This is my show. Get out of here."
I would love that. Fly Deaf. We haven't seen them in forever, which I don't think they're a team anymore. But whatever.
No, they're a team. They're just like big.
Only one place.
Yeah,
because the main place they were at, they split.
Oh, wow.
On Raw, they fought each other.
Oh, I didn't even know.
So,
unfortunately, I don't follow ROW, so
maybe if we were supposed to have back.
Yeah, maybe. Tim Storm, Matlock.
Tim Storm would be very interesting because, like I said, at least to my knowledge, if he had been in MPX, it was long ago.
Yeah.
So,
Mike Fox.
Yeah, because we brought it up last time. Mike Fox made a return on the Rumble and then had a good 6-7 months out of it. So you never know what could happen at the Texas Rumble. We've seen Leva Bates in the Rumble before.
We had Swoggle last year.
Yeah. So there's so many surprises that could happen in the Rumble. I could be in the Rumble. Who knows? They used to have fans in the Rumble. It's true.
Oh, God.
I'm actually not lying. Management can tell you they used to have people from the audience in it.
Management, call me.
Oh. They're going to wait till Sky's in there for you.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, that'd be perfect. Come on. You have a great spot. Sky just kills me, shit cans me, I'm out.
As long as Schaefer's not in the ring, I think I'll be okay.
I wouldn't even have to learn how to go over the top rope. Sky will just throw me.
He says, this is true.
Yeah, I believe it.
So
no, it's just that caught me off guard. It's like, really?
Yeah. It was long ago. Of course, now there's so many. It's a different age and era in the world that there's no way they would do it.
Especially during COVID. That's a no, isn't it?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
He said, yes, it was true. He said the fans had no idea they were going in. He said one guy we actually had to practically push in the ring just to get him in and get him out. Yeah, not even just the pandemic. So many issues with people trying to get money and shit that, there's no way.
No.
Like, there would be way too many.
Some of us do it for the love of it. Some of us do
things.
it, some people do it because,
I was going to say, like, yes, me and you would have no problem. We could get thrown out, break our arm, be like, oh, yeah, no, we're fine. That was great. Worth it.
We're good.
Then you have someone else do it, and they're like, no, I want money. Be like, fuck off.
You knew what you were doing. I want money.
Yeah, you knew what you were doing. But, yeah. Anyways, Texas Rumble is 2 weeks now, right?
No, 3 weeks.
3.
3.
Is it 3?
Yeah, because we got this Saturday and then 2 more Saturdays or something like that.
Yeah, so this Saturday, the next Saturday, and then that Saturday.
3.
Oh, is it?
Roughly.
Yeah, I guess
we've got more left in this week.
Yeah, it's the 20th. That's right. So, anyways.
I mean, it's kind of a, 6 1, half a dozen the other kind of thing. We got 2.5 weeks. There we go.
That works.
Yeah. So,
we got 2 shows on Rumble Day. How's that?
Yeah. So that's, the Texas Rumble definitely is going to lead to some very interesting things because we've also got Casey versus Sky, or Casey versus whoever the MPX champion is.
Don't do that. It's Sky.
It could change this weekend.
Sky.
It could.
No.
If it were
over your dead body, is it changing?
I'll take it. And it's like we've got that. We've got Tatum versus Frankie, which is going to be really interesting. And you got to wonder how that story is going to tie into the Casey versus the champion story match as well.
Right, because is Tatum going to show the Tatum that me and many others believe he is and cost Casey? Or is he going to believe the new Tatum that you believe? And he's like, no, I want Casey.
Or is it going to be Frankie coming in and saying, I found out who it actually is, and then, attacks Casey?
Well, no, because then that means we get a triple threat with Tatum, Frankie, and Casey, and I don't want that. We don't need to find out till Rumble or after Rumble.
We'll find. let's find out after Rumble. Yeah.
No, Sky's just he's gonna beat Jackson, then he's gonna beat Casey, and then he'll fight whoever the winner is for the Rumble at Destiny, and depending who the winner is, we'll go from there.
Yeah. we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. But
says, miss you guys and miss MPX.
Hey,
there's a Rumble person.
Yes, let's get Ian Reed in there. Come on.
That would be great.
We'd love to see him there.
Yeah.
Ian Reed, Christian Mox.
Mox would be interesting.
Yeah. Get Max Beckett back, see if he can impress the fans this time.
I want to see a match before we put him in a Rumble.
You saw a match.
No, I want to see a better match.
Okay.
I want to see if he's actually good before we waste a Rumble spot. These Rumble spots are precious. That's why invites were sent out. They're precious. The Rumble invites.
And you were just talking about fans being in the Rumble.
Because I want to be in the Rumble. Okay, let me rephrase that. No, not just any fan. Me. No, I was just saying it's something they've done before.
Hey, I know. Yeah, we can get you into the Rumble, and then Ryan and Kiefer, and then just the three of you for a little bit.
No, I don't know why everyone wants to see me get lariated. All because
for the same reason people want to see me get killed.
All because I said Kiefer had the second best lariat in Texas. I mean, what if? Texas is still a big state. Number 2 is good, sir.
But
I mean, number 1, Ryan is better, but number 2 is good.
But yeah. So honestly, actually, I think we've got
maybe Danby will be a ref, or not a ref. Maybe he'll be in the Rumble.
Maybe.
I mean, I know he's a ref, but
yeah.
Carl's got some grievances.
I don't know. We're going to see Carl for a little bit, but we'll see. Hopefully we do. Hopefully everything's going okay for him right now. But yeah, I think that's all the time we've got, or at least all the subject matter we've got. Otherwise, we're just going to start rambling.
Oh, I've already done that. I can continue.
True. But we will go ahead and cut it here. Gotch be with you, fans. Make sure you check out the network. Make sure you check out us, everything like that.
See y'all next Saturday.
Yep. Cut. This is so much fun.
God, you remind me of TNA so much. Are we done? I'll never fucking forget.